and Brock. Got the game on lock, the competition flop. Live from the old state, the home of many greats. Smashing opposition, shaking them up like earthquakes. Tune in on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. YouTube, going nuts, click the link, no spam. No matter the weather, rain, sleet, or snow, it's a go. We gon' blow, enjoy the show.
Thanks for tuning in to 3 Point View, where drinking beer and talking sports is what we do. There's three of us. In Golden State, they've been known for their foursome, but one of the foursome is having troubles with the other one. And the one who scores the most points, Kevin Durant, has not been benched yet.
He said foursome and having trouble. Made me laugh.
That sounds like a good time.
It did. I don't know what you're talking about.
You should be winning all types of championships.
Woohoo! With that haircut.
No,
The
here we
foursome
go.
I see is right here. Anyway,
So on
so,
the locks.
so, Clint, give us some commentary on what happened with Draymond Green and Kevin Durant.
Bitch.
I mean, you figure at the end of the game, who do you give the ball to? Curry, Durant, but Curry was out, obviously.
Mhm.
So it goes to Durant, right? Draymond Green is not your offensive force. You know, he does play point, though, and he does bring it up, facilitate, this, that, and the other. But when it comes down to the money, you want to give it to Durant. And Draymond Green got the rebound. Durant's over there like, give me the ball. Draymond just goes down the court, dribbles, turns it over, fumble, clock runs out. And then he's like, you know, they get on the bench, and he's like, why didn't you throw me the ball? And Draymond
He didn't give him my bad.
Draymond went off on him. Yeah, he didn't give him my bad. He should have just been like, my bad.
Yeah.
But he went off on him and called him a bitch and everything else. And
He called him a bitch
and
because
then
he
it
wanted the ball.
spoiled over into the locker room on top of that.
No, he called him a bitch because he's a bitch. Honestly,
Oh,
I'm just gonna come out and say
the thin reaper.
Durant is not a mental tough guy. Okay. And what we have with Draymond is, Draymond, believe it or not, is
A mental tough guy
a
or
mental
a real
tough
life
guy.
tough guy?
Or a real life tough guy. I mean, to me, he kicked my ass. He's 6'7",
Right.
whatever, 6'11", 7 foot, whatever. You know, don't throw me off track. Draymond is a mental tough guy. Draymond, believe it or not, everybody sits there and talks about Curry and talks about Durant and being these big pieces. Draymond may be the heart of that damn team, believe it or not. He is the tough guy. He is the guy when you need somebody to get out there and make a dirty play. That's who they go to for it, okay? And Draymond is actually a little bit irritated because all this talk about Durant leaving, okay? And he's sitting there looking at it like, dude, why am I passing you the damn ball? Because guess what? We won one without you. And we can still win one without you. Go ahead, take off. But he better hope that he don't take off and go to L.A. and become LeBron's bitch. Because if he goes to L.A. and becomes LeBron's bitch, I have a feeling Golden State is not winning anymore. So
My question to you guys though is, a player of Kevin Durant's caliber,
number 2 player in the world,
should instantly walk through the door. Players like Peyton Manning, as soon as he went to Denver, they said as soon as he walked in the facility, the whole vibe changed, the whole mood changed. Business time, it began. LeBron, they say that as soon as he sets up shop. Why doesn't Kevin Durant, despite all his accolades, demand this respect?
He does, but this is another thing that boils down. You got to watch who you act like that with. It's one thing for, I don't know exactly what was said, but I have a funny feeling it wasn't, dude, why didn't you pass me the ball? I have a feeling there was a little bit more attitude behind that, and Draymond was like, you know, it went off on him. That's where it boils down to. Draymond is a team player, okay, and I feel like that Durant is basically, he demands that respect, but he's not going to force it out of Draymond of all people.
I just don't think Durant, he doesn't command that respect, and when he walks onto a court, he commands the respect when he's on the court, but I think there's stuff off the court, like when they're just hanging out, like buddy stuff, and in the locker room. I think he's like a kid. You know, he's like a big child. You know what I mean? He's immature.
Maybe.
Well, you see him after the game. He like when he's embarrassed, he even puts his hoodie on, like a 12-year-old.
Explorer backpack.
Well, like a 12-year-old, like if your kid's embarrassed,
No.
they'll put their hoodie up,
No.
and they'll like not answer your questions. And then when he gets in front of media, he doesn't even put that business face on. He puts his hoodie up, got a little backpack on, and it'll be just like attitude. Like they're like, well, what? He's like, well, you can make whatever you want to make of it.
And I think that
it's like he never developed psychologically to deal with it.
It comes from his upbringing, right? So if you're that kid who's always picked on, you're automatically on the defense.
I'd have picked on his kneecaps.
Even though you're really good at sports and what you're doing and everything, you were still like hurt as a child, like growing up, and then called skinny and thin and lanky and made fun of this, that, and the other. But you commanded the respect when you're on the court. So that's what he does for basketball, for the Warriors, for whatever team he's on. But off the court and like personal, like in life stuff, I don't think he has it. That's why he'll never be like LeBron.
So as far as there's players, I'm gonna throw them out there. I'll go each one of you. Would Draymond Green ever say that to Kobe?
No.
See, it's not even.
And if he did, he would apologize.
Would he say it to LeBron?
No. And
Larry?
if he already has.
I was gonna say he's called.
I think he
LeBron
would say
on
it to anybody,
I
but he would
thank you.
apologize.
That's what I was just gonna.
Anybody knows if you say that to LeBron that you're gonna be on the next flight out of there.
No.
Possibly,
but
yeah.
still, the difference between that is it'll take Draymond Green a couple hours, or maybe immediately, to realize what he just said and who he said it to and apologize.
And we don't
But
know
where
that it
Durant,
didn't happen.
It might take a couple days, a week.
Well, here's the
Something
deal.
like that.
We know it didn't happen publicly, but we don't know what happened. Did I say that wrong?
Publicly?
Publicly. Okay, we know it didn't happen publicly,
Right.
but we don't know what happened behind closed doors. Because if I'm not mistaken, the very next game when he came back from suspension, they were sitting there dapping it up on the court. So we don't know exactly
that's
what.
PR stuff right there. That's PR stuff.
I mean, I'm just saying whether it's PR
Listen,
or not.
Draymond
like,
don't
if
like
you
Kevin Durant. Let's just be real. He don't like Kevin Durant. And you know who Draymond Green does respect on that team though, that hasn't even played a single game yet? DeMarcus Cousins. Because DeMarcus Cousins
Just
can
pull
go
him
over and
aside.
grab him
Yep.
and calm him down.
When it was going on, Cousins did do
and
it.
Curry could too.
If you look at Durant, if you look at Draymond's numbers, they've depleted immensely since he's the one that's been hurt the most.
Oh, yeah.
Since Durant has shown up. I don't get how his shooting percentage went down when he is wide open every time he shoots the ball.
Or he's never been a good shooter. And he tries
the
to shoot
years
threes,
they
like
won
Clay,
without Durant, he had a 38%
because he played
three-point
in the
shooting
lane.
percentage.
He played in the lane. And
I'm
when
talking
he
his
was
3-point
His
percentage.
3-point percentage, I'm surprised that it was even that high because he's never been a good shooter. He's never been known as a shooter.
What I'm thinking about is when Cousins comes in, how are they all going to be able to share this ball? Like, it looks like a great idea, but do you think Cousins, he's never been the non-vocal type to just, you think he's going to sit back and score 10 points and grab 15 rebounds and
Well,
be
do you
hunky-dory
remember
with
do
everything?
you remember how when Durant first came to the Warriors, like he was kind of tentative, kind of quiet, stuff like that. I don't see DeMarcus Cousins being that quiet, all right? Because I see Draymond Green and him just pounding underneath like Davis and Cousins did.
Yep. A little bit.
And on top of that, they shoot so much from the outside. DeMarcus is going to be able to eat underneath the basket.
He's gonna be able to clean
Rebounds
up
and
and
everything
put
else.
backs.
He's gonna get a double easily every game.
As long as he comes back 75% of what he was before he left. My big concern is with the injury that he had, and as big as he is, how much jumping is he going to be able to do when he finally does
He's
come
also
back?
a shooter too.
Yeah.
He can shoot.
Yeah.
So,
They don't
do you
need him for
think
shooting, though.
do you think this throws Golden State off their title run?
You know what it's gonna do is once Curry gets back and starts leading the pack, I think they'll be fine. But with Curry out, there's no leader on that floor, like true, like respectable leader, because Draymond's not your offensive force. The person who I think that they would run to would be Clay. But with Curry not on the court, they don't have that true blue, like he's Golden State. You know what I mean? Like LeBron is Cleveland. You know, like that respect there is commanded. So when Curry's on the court, everybody else is uplifted.
So, first man out. Is Draymond going to be gone, or is Durant going to be gone
Durant.
next year? Durant, where's he going?
I really, and we talked about this I think last night. He should have went to Washington, to go with Beal and all that.
'Cause
But you can't throw three bitches on the same court with bad attitudes and expect to win either. You know.
Actually, that'd be
I like
four.
Bradley Beal.
That'd be four.
Oh yeah, you got Dwight Howard. Well, that's a crybaby bitch. Wow.
I just heard that a gay lover came out about him.
Who, Dwight Howard?
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yep. Anyway, neither here nor there. I personally feel like he's going to open up a new Showtime. I feel like he's going to LA. I feel like this has just all been
Yeah.
sitting,
I would like to see
sitting
him.
ducks, and it's just waiting to happen.
And you don't think you're going to lose fans because basically he's just
No,
like
it's
a-
LA,
like a-
dude. They don't have loyal fans to begin
No,
with.
I'm
As
talking
long as they're
about-
winning.
They're all fair with their
I'm
fans.
talking across the board in the NBA period.
No,
Oh,
I think
look,
they
we
would
just
be-
had it
see,
happen in Golden State. LeBron's hopping around their title
LeBron has
chase.
respect from the entire league. from front office people, back office people, business people. I mean, just anywhere. So if Durant leaves to go play with LeBron so-called started the big three, and all that stuff. I don't think that Kevin Durant will get nowhere near the backlash if he went to LA.
I think he'll receive less backlash for that.
I do think that he'll be called a
Golden
front
State.
runner and not able to run his own team and not being able to be a leader of his team. I think that's the only type of
But the fact that he's
downfall
got
to it.
2 MVPs and
But-
championship,
I don't get why LeBron gets touted as the one who started the big three when
Right.
the Celtics.
Even the Rockets with Barkley,
They were
Drexler,
just
and Olajuwon.
paperwork different and
LeBron
signing
gets
and-
touted for it because of the way he did it. And
Right.
that whole
But what did
interview.
the
whole-
Celtics do?
But they all came into prime too, with Bosh, Wade, and LeBron, and they did it.
I'm just saying the end result was the same thing. 3 great
Right.
players all came together to
They all
achieve
came
a title.
together. But
And
they
dude,
were at
if
the
you look
tail
at,
end,
remember LA when they had Karl Malone sign on? Now, whether they were all at the
Peyton,
tail end or not,
Peyton.
these are all huge star names that were all
Yeah.
taking one
But
last
no one
jump in
ever
the
knocked.
championship.
No one ever knocked Gary Payton or Karl Malone for doing what they did.
No,
And I
because
thought
they're-
that was a straight.
They know that
because
they were going for
It
one
was-
last
Yeah, they were
hoorah.
for one last run. I mean, they were up in their mid-30s, upper 30s.
Yeah.
And then when Barkley did it, when he went to Houston with Olajuwon and Drexler, he was at the tail end as
And
well. And so
Bron's
was
not going to get
Olajuwon
any
and Drexler.
credit for it because he's been such a star this whole time, but he's got to be coming closer to the tail end. Like, dude, you got so many miles on that body. You're in.
Yeah.
How old is he?
34.
34?
It would be
30?
34
Okay,
at the
so
end of December.
I mean, I'm just saying, how much more does that actually have? And then Durant, he's not a spring chicken either. So to have these guys,
Durant
they're
just
still
turned
going to.
30.
Well, I'm just saying, NBA wise, he's still not a spring chicken. So to see them two come on, plus with all the young talent, I think that's why he didn't go there this year.
This is the thing that bothers me with the NBA now.
Hanging on to talent.
Is back then, you would take a player and he would go to a team that obviously would give him money, but also a chance to win. But he would be that guy, that main focal point.
Yeah, there's
and he
not
would
a-
be okay with it, right? And you would just play the season out.
Mhm.
Now everyone's looking like,
Who can I match
who
up
can
with?
I play with? Who can I, who gives me the best chance for a championship, stuff like that, instead of just doing it on your own. So if Durant went to New York, were they gonna say, oh, he just teamed up with Porzingis? Well, Porzingis is coming off an injury. If Durant went to New York, unfortunately, I really think that it would end up being like Carmelo. Just
kinda-
score.
Nobody
and then
goes
that's
to
it.
New York anymore. New York's been in the talks for every top free agent possible, and nobody's even gone. Like, it's just over and over again, them getting the stiff.
Well, with the internet and the globalization of basketball, it's not like it was. It's not like New York, LA, Chicago. Kevin Durant and LeBron James just made buku dollars in Oklahoma City and Cleveland, Ohio. It's not, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's a whole new day and age.
Did you hear the rap song they did together?
Oh, I seen it.
About
Like,
10 years back.
what did
maybe a little bit
what did
longer.
they say in the
It's
rap?
pretty good.
It's pretty
Well, the
good.
goofy thing is, I know they're close friends. They're not like bitter rivals. They're actually close friends that hang out.
This is the rephrase. Okay, none of them are like true bitches. But when it comes like the sports world, when you're looking at someone and how they get pouty and
This is
everything
all-
else, that's how it comes out. How it
Well,
comes
that and we're used to early '90s, not
Right.
like what we actually seen. That shit doesn't fly, man.
No.
And honestly, I hate to say it, as far as Draymond being a tough guy, Draymond, you put him on the same court with like guys like Oakley and Sprewell and all these guys that we grew up with. He would be somebody's bitch. Like
Draymond?
Yeah. Put him in the early '90s. Tell me he wouldn't
I
get
think
knocked
he's a
out.
perfect player.
I think
for
he's a
back then.
perfect player for the 90s.
Dude,
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
say Chuck and Shaq would have knocked his head off. And back in
Yeah,
the
but
day.
I think he would have handed it right back too.
I think he'd be like an Xavier McDaniel.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anthony Mason.
Well, speaking
Tristan
of
just swapped on him last year.
Yeah, but Draymond.
Tristan's a Kardashian.
well, speaking of, we touched on Carmelo, but we're gonna get back to that because we're gonna talk about LeBron in LA and why he doesn't want Carmelo. So check us out on the next video about Carmelo and where he's going here on 3-Point View.
Tune in on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, YouTube, going nuts. Click the link, no spam.